Hey, it's me, it's Maui. I'm just, want to do a video, do another video. I don't get to do these videos often because sometimes it's just times I don't feel like it, and sometimes I need to do it, but I just don't get the will to do it. But this is what I really need to do, and I said I was going to do this before this month ends. And this is personal for me. There's nothing really much to do with wrestling or any of that stuff. It's about me, basically. Not well, in relation to me. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. I've dealt with mental health for most of my life. I've been through a lot. It's real crazy. Um, just trying to go through life, work, without trying not to worry about what other people think, how other people feel about me, and stuff like that. It's wild. One thing I do want to mention on, but I've said I've became with this new phrase, kind of like with social media, saying the hate is real. But let me tell you what's truly real. Mental health is real. Going through society, it's trying to fit in with society has been one of the toughest things I've ever attempted for the last 20 plus years. Uh, it's just I still feel I don't fit. I'm at 33. I recently turned 33 over a little over a month ago, and I still feel like I don't fit with society. And I've been having thoughts of wanting to end it all. In relation, speaking of wrestling, one woman I met was in WWE for a short time. She was Ashley Massaro. Doing this video, I thought of her too. She took her own life apparently, and she was about my age. She was in fact, I believe as I'm doing this video, the day before she would have turned 40. But apparently, when I saw the news, I was shocked. I was hoping it was not real, but apparently it was. And she apparently took her own life. She hung herself, and I just find it's shocking and crazy. The thing is, I saw her during WrestleMania weekend at WrestleCon. She looked happy. She looked great. There was also a party afterwards. Well, not after. It was a night after Takeover. It was a little party that some of the ladies of wrestling were doing, including her. I think she was her with her, I don't know if it was her husband or boyfriend. I'm not sure her relationship status. It was husband or boyfriend. She she looked great. She was having a good time. Funny thing about it is this: that night, because I was still in my Ricochet shirt, because came straight from Takeover. I felt bad because I had khaki pants. I really wanted to do this party thing to see some of the ladies, but apparently I had this. I should have got like another shirt, to look all appropriate because they weren't going to possibly let me in, but they say, you know what, it's the wrestling thing and all, they let me in, but I felt so out of place. But the ironic thing is, that night, because it was on the Sky Roof Lounge, and I was having moments with you because I felt out of place. No one paid attention. I felt so not worried. Like wasn't worried of being there. I saw all the buildings within the New York area, and I felt like I was just picturing myself jumping off one of those buildings because I felt like I just wanted to end it all. It's I hated just dealing with that, but with her, it just seemed like I said she was so happy, and then like over a month later, and now she's gone. She took her own life. It's exhausting. It's shocking, but people need to. But this is what I say though. People need to realize that this is real. They might have a big smile on their face, but it could be like that smile could be like just like one of those smiley face emojis because put a mask on. You're masking yourself, because you never know what's going on the inside. I have this debate, especially with the doctor I've been recently seeing. He thinks that I never had mental health and there was nothing really wrong with me at all with that. And I kind of think it's not true because if that was the case, then everything would have been great right now. I'd be in a better position. But that's the thing. Um, There's a lot of stuff I've not agreed with him with, and that's what it was. Anyways, but here's the story is, you know, since high school, or even probably before that, since elementary school, I acted like a kid. There was stuff that I did that I felt I did that might have been my fault. But the thing is, I just tried to fit in. I have to. I remember even with one of Eminem songs, try to act like a clown or just try to act around just to fit in with everybody, just to feel like I can have a good time. You know, I can blend in with people, and I have to do so much just to get noticed. And then the rejections, the humiliations, the embarrassments, the disrespect. I've been bullied Dave, for a long time. People pushed me around the hallways. And as much as I wanted to retaliate, I couldn't because I was afraid of doing something that could land me in jail, land me in hell, or be in some type of serious trouble. I didn't want to become, like I said, the statistic. I want to be a standard. I don't want to become one of those guys that gets locked up and stuff. I was not going to put that on my conscience. The thing is, people want, I'm sorry, it's just so hard to do because it's it's like there's so much I've dealt with, but something's like holding me back to not say it. It's I just dealt with so much, and it's really exhausting. It's really frustrating, and I don't know what else. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what else is left to do. I even reached my breaking point. I'm gonna get to that in a moment, but you know, elementary school. I went to my elementary school for 8 years. I got there started first grade. I even came up, like pictured my teacher and some of the other students as like the villains, and I was the superhero. Nothing to do with wrestling though, because I don't know if I was right liking wrestling at the time. I probably did, but I don't think so. Uh, but I've had thoughts of that. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? And just trying to fit in. People did admire me once because of the, like if we had math stuff or when they played Hangman or the word thing like Wheel of Fortune, people didn't want to play with me because I already, like I said, there'd be times I already know the puzzle, I already know the problem, and but people like me for that. And then, like, of course, when it comes to social activity and social relations, there was always problems. I felt like I didn't fit in because I didn't have the look or the style to get with a woman or get a true friend or fit in with society. It's like I have to, especially now. It's like I have to do the Dirty Dozens or all these, the Your Mama, Your Daddy, or all these jokes like you see on Wild 'N Out or something. Yeah, and it felt like I have to do those just to get noticed. And that's just not who I am. I'm not a comedian. I'm not Chris Rock or Nick Cannon or any of those guys. I'm not Steve Harvey. I'm not a comedian like that could throw those jokes out like that. That's just not the type of stuff I do. I just wanted to act my being me. That's what it was. I think some of the worst times in elementary school is, having major enemies. I feel, when people were coming after me, I said I was gonna get somebody to take them out. Not like a gunshot on, like I think probably like my brother to fight them or something. That's basically what it was. Some people spread lies about me. Like I said, I think one person thought that I called my teacher something that was inappropriate or just something stupid, and that was a total lie. But people, it's just society wants to. They want to bring you to your breaking point. That's what it is. You know, fourth grade. I think one person gave me a hard time, and it just didn't work out. The teacher was not so great either. She was just a little insane, and it just didn't work out. I mean, and in fifth grade, a lot of people turned against me. I don't know why. People will call me annoying, which pisses me the fuck off because I'm not annoying. Although now that I think about it, maybe I am, because if I was gonna annoy the world, I was gonna annoy the world. It's because I want to be heard. I want to be respected. I wanted to be heard. I was not gonna be ignored and looked over anymore. I'm not one of those bad people, but I do want to get noticed and be heard for for me. Yeah. Yeah, I act around, I joke around, but I do it my way. I'm not gonna do something to get myself in extreme trouble, you know. And I felt like, and then at the times there was those times out there, elementary, and then specifically, and it got even more worse at high school. People did not want to take my side. There was, if I was going into the army, I have emptiness back behind me. There'd be like space, empty space back here. Nobody would be protecting me. Nobody would be behind me. No one would be on my side. Everybody would just be firing shots at me, and I'd be taking bullets everywhere. That's what it was. You know, I think my reached the point at one. It might have been in sixth. It might have been in eighth grade. Six. There was one guy that really pissed me the fuck off. I really wanted to hurt him. I remember when we were doing wrestling stuff, he was the first person actually to Stone Cold Stone on. But yeah, and I don't regret that. But other than that, though, besides that, he was really just one of the most irritating people I've ever known. And thank God I don't have to deal with him anymore, because I think afterwards he never came back. And that's what it was. And then at one point, even the teacher was concerned. And then later, I think eighth grade, seventh. Well, I mean, before I get there, seventh grade, the teacher was okay. He respected me though because he liked my math skills and all, because I was great in math. But other than that, though, he sometimes didn't listen to anybody. You know, eighth grade, the teacher, she was really concerned about me, and she was seeing that you know, that there was something going on. She was worried. She was actually the one that worried me about going to my high school, the high school I chose. I went to the high school because, you know, family went there. My brother and his friends and family, you know, we all went there. But she was worried that I was going to go there because of all the craziness. And she was basically right. Yeah, I got through it. I got through eighth grade. And then when I got through elementary school, and then high school, it just got worse. You know, the bullying, pushing me around in hallways, attacks, disrespect. And then people always saying, you know, that's just how guys. And I went to an all guys school. I mean, it probably would have been the same thing if I went to co-ed school. But it's like, that's how guys joke around and all that. There's some stuff that you don't want to, that you should not joke around about. There's some stuff that I just wasn't keen on, you know, all the bullying and stuff. I just was not cool with that. And then, like I said, nobody went to, you know, people were not coming to my defense. If I was getting attacked, they just walked by. I bet if somebody right now, even to then, took a gun to my head, if they shot me and killed me right now, if they killed me right now in some sort of way, people will rejoice. That's what it will be. Uh, but that's how I was in high school. Uh, I can go on about that. I tried to make friends with high school, but some things I was stalking and stuff. I mean, I feel like it was my fault because maybe I do come on as clingy, but it's that, like I said, I just want to be accepted. I just want to be heard. I try to be a friend to people, but nobody would give me an opportunity. You know, I try to blend in with different races, you know, and sometimes it didn't work out. I'm gonna still be me no matter what. You know, high school was pretty much one of the worst times ever. Sometimes, and even to this day, sometimes I just feel like I could never forgive them because what happened then, and no, and people did not defend me. It was, how can I get over that? I mean, I want to, and I try to, but it's hard. It's difficult because I've suffered a lot there. You know, like I said, with the physical and mental provocations. My grades were slipping, so many enemies, and I just try to do my best to be a good person to this day. I'd be a good person. My parents taught me how to be a good person. My church taught me how to be a good person. I have friends and family who have taught me to be a good person. You know, I was a kid, yes, but I was a little more mature than others. I know people perceive me. They see this look. They see this face, they see this body, and they've said, this guy would never get a woman. This guy would never get some pussy and all that shit like that. This guy will never have friends. You know, it's like, what do I have to do? Do I have to get plastic surgery? Do I have to become? Because it feels like I have to become them. I have to become this other type of guy that maybe like tatted up, big muscle, act like a thug, look like a thug, talk like a thug. I had to become this certain other guy to become to get these rewards, to get in the bed with a woman, or even just get a girlfriend, or even just get talk to a lady. What happened to being yourself? I'm being who I want to be. I'm a wrestling fan, and I'm proud to be a wrestling fan, and I will always be a wrestling fan until I decide to stop watching it. No one's gonna tell me that, and it fucking irritates me that people say, "Oh, it's fake, it's scripted." No shit, it is. But only real wrestling fans can say that. Well, I should say this: scripted, predetermined, yeah. Fake, not so much. These guys put almost 300 plus days a year busting their asses. I don't see any basketball players doing that. Even right now, basketball, I barely even watch basketball. You know, I put Michael Jordan over almost anybody, even LeBron and Kobe. You know, I put Michael Jordan over them any day. You know, not that I hate basketball because I love basketball. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm still partially a LeBron fan. You know, football, same thing. You know, I'm not too. I watch football a lot, and it's exciting. But I will have a team. I do Giants and Jets because I'm from Jersey. You know, some teams I don't like, some teams I can't stand. Yeah, but even I don't really have much of a favorite football player at the time. I don't watch baseball like that. I mean, I'll probably watch the World Series. That's probably the only time I'll probably watch baseball. I don't watch hockey. I love MMA. Love MMA, mixed martial arts, specifically UFC. I want to get into more with the Bellator and the other ones out there. Yeah, but that's besides the point. It's just with this mental health thing. It's just I figured I don't know what else left to do. Basically, it's like I think society, or I think it's even fate, wants me gone. They want me to suffer the worst thing until I'm gone. If I killed myself, it would make things faster. I still think people would celebrate if I ended my life. Uh, yeah, it's I've made my mistakes. I've vented, and I've even some in particular I've vented on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram and all that. But that's the thing. I can't talk to people because people think that I'm making stuff up, that I'm not making sense. I vent, I rant, I do it on social media because it's easy. I get everything out of me because it's easier on a computer or on a tablet or phone and all that through social media or even like this video. It's easier for me because talking to a person sometimes doesn't work anymore. They think I make stuff up, or they try to sugarcoat things. This stuff, it fucking pisses me off. I know what happened. I was there. I experienced it. I got people beating me up in the hallways, or on the. I've had people beat me up. I've had things happen to me. I've never been shot at. No, thank God. Hopefully that never happens. I've never been stabbed or all that stuff. I hope to God that never happens to me. It shouldn't happen to anybody. I think, people need to just hear me out for once. And I can't stand that people think that I make stuff up. I know what happened. I was there. I experienced it. And yeah, I made my mistakes. Some of the vents I kind of regret, but the thing is, like I said, I vent, I rant, I do it on here because it's much easier. I can't go back and fix it, but it is what it is. All I can say is, you know what? I'ma still be me. That's the thing. And it got me so much. I reached my breaking point about 2 years ago when I just had this mental breakdown, and it's hard to even talk about it. I had this mental breakdown, and I was working this job for a friend from church. He was doing his thing, helping me out with the situation. I was not grateful of that. I didn't really like it. I did it because I had to do. I needed the job, but it just seemed like the hours were not so great. You know, the traveling was awful. I just had could not handle it, and things were falling apart with that, and with the family, with my parents, my brother and sister-in-law, and all. And I just had a point at which I couldn't take it anymore. I called my therapist at the time. I had I called my therapist, just feeling all anxious, feeling a lot of anxiety, and they said they were gonna have someone check up on me. So the day went by, and I remember I was right over here on my bed. I was watching SmackDown that night. I believe it was a Tuesday night, and all of a sudden, there's police in front of the house. My dad came up. He was checking it out. Well, I was going downstairs for something. Then my dad came up. They saw the police out there, and the thing was, excuse me. I thought, and then I was thinking, yeah, I think these were the people that were going to check on me. So I was like, I went to open the door. They asked if I was okay. And I said I was. They said everything was all right. And I said, yeah, everything was cool. And then they figured, you know what? That's it. I was like, you know what? You might need to come with me. And that's why I got a little worried. I got worried. But the family was ballistic because my parents, my sister-in-law, and my brother were there. They were very upset. Even my brother was gonna do something crazy. I know that they didn't want to do that. So I said, you know what? I'll be fine. I'll go with them. I'll be fine. I had my dad come with me. We rode in the back of the police car, drove straight to the hospital. I was there for a little bit. You know, I was there, and they took me in, and it's just a lot of emotions came out with everything I kind of just said in here, you know, the things I took in elementary school and in high school and on in the streets, in the neighborhood, with family, with friends. I got tired of fighting with family. I got tired of dealing with the friends. I got tired of rejection. So much stuff was going on, and I basically just broke down in tears because there had been times I just wanted to. I just had so almost it's like I self-destructed because I just hated what was going on. And then what people always say, if you don't like if you don't like what's going on, do something about it. Like it's so fucking easy. They think it's like one of these remote controls or a switch, a light switch you could just turn it off, or a button you could just press and you're instantly cured. It doesn't work like that. It ain't like a robot you could just turn it on and off and you're okay. And stuff I've wanted to do or I used to do that I rarely do anymore. I used to work out a lot, and I want to go back to that. But I hate dealing with people. I'm worried about dealing with society. God forbid if I get in someone's way unintentionally, they get into a habit, and then shit goes down. I'm always fearing of confrontation because a confrontation can be a minor, and then it just grows into a major thing, and then who knows? And then by the end of it, somebody's hurt, somebody's dead. That's what I fear. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want my life on the line for something petty. That's why I worry about that every day. And that's why I fear going out more often, trying to do stuff that I used to love, working out. Or I remember the thing with bowling, I used to do that. I remember when I was when I was doing the league the first time around, a different area. And some of the guys were pretty douchebaggery to me. I mean, there was one guy that was cool, but most of the guys knew him. But all those people that knew him, they were pretty bitchy to me. They were pretty fucking pussies to me, basically. So it's like, I couldn't fit in. It's crazy. Even with the last bowling league it was okay. I mean, I think I was probably the youngest there, and there was others that came down probably a little younger than me. But even one of my brother's friends who actually introduced me to that league, because he at one time threatened me. I didn't say anything because actually right now, he is no longer with us. God rest his soul. But he had one time to me because he wanted to make me have wanted me to go with him to pick up some random chicks and fuck them. Just do the nasty with them, just have sex with them for the hell of it, just because that's what guys do. That's what guys do with women and all. And I was like, no, I was not into that. I'm not gay. That's one thing that people are just gonna assume because I haven't had a relationship like that, I'm gay. And that's not true. I'm not hooking up with men, I'm not banging men, none of that. But I'm not gonna be just banging some random chick just because I'm a guy and she's a woman and it's what we do. That's not how things work. Especially now you can't get away with that. It's ridiculous. You know, it's that's just not, and that's some morality for me. I don't want to just have it because God forbid she gets pregnant, or she might have an STD, or another girl she got from somewhere else, and then I get it, and I ain't gonna I don't want to deal with that. I'm not ready to be a father at that time. Maybe now. I don't even know if I'm still ready. But I don't even know if I want to be a father. I don't know. I feel like it's too late for me. But that's just me. I would love to be a father, have kids with me, maybe. But I don't want to get any STDs. I don't want to deal with that. That's not who I am. That's not. I don't want to just get in bed with a woman just because she's a woman, just because that's what we do. If I'm gonna get involved with that, I want it to be like a true relationship, even if it's just a friend with benefits and all that stuff. I mean, it could be casual, but still protection, all that stuff. There has to be some type of close relationship. I'm stressed out with all this because I just want my life to be great. I've worked too hard for this. I've struggled so much to get this far. Sure, I didn't have an easy way for some of those, like most people have. Sure, some people have it worse than I do, and hopefully they'll get through what they get through what they're dealing with. But I just don't want to be that guy that looks like a total failure, and nobody's gonna, you know, give the respect and the love and stuff for me. At this rate, I don't even know what to do. I just lost track now of that night when I was in the hospital because I just wanted to die. I just wanted to end it all. I feel like at times I wish I had a gun and I shot myself and ended my life, or I'd hung myself, or do something. Because I feel like even to this day, there are people that I would love for me to be gone. If I was gone right now, they would have a party. It'd be like 4th of July or their birthday because Moe Best is fucking dead. I, that's how I feel. But I can't let the one thing I don't want to do is let society win. If bad people win, then there's no hope for the good. That's the thing. I just want to have a good life. I had it I had it a certain way. It didn't work out. It's not looking away, and I feel like it's too late. But at the same time, I know God has things covered. I still trying to have hope, and I don't want to give up because it's not in me. I don't want to give up. I want to keep moving forward. It's tough, but it takes time. It's going to, and I do it on my time. It takes time, but I still have some hope that things will get better. Oh, it's all I want. The things will get great. Things will be better, and I just hope people will accept me for me as not just a wrestler, but as a human being, as a black man. I already have it tough because I'm a black man, but we are some of the strongest men. I don't want to sound racist and all that because I'm not racist. I like all people for people as long as they're good to me. Same thing with the sexual orientation. I have gay people, lesbian people, some in my family. They're some of the coolest people ever, some of the greatest people ever. I accept them for them. And people, like I say, as long as people like you for you and things are going all right, then you can't go wrong. I still feel like there's still a lot of work to do. I still have a lot of work to do, but I have faith that things will get better. I just want to be accepted for who I am. That's all there is. It's, I feel like I want to break down right now, but I'm not. But it's like something's not letting me because there's too much that I want to. I can't even say it. There's a lot. Yeah. But that's my story. And I just hope the best for everyone that is going through mental health, whether it's just as bad as I am, or a little better, or a little worse, if you're still struggling, just keep pushing, keep moving forward, and just do you, and things will fall into place. Yeah. Well, that's my story, and that's my take. All right. So that's basically it. So that's it. All right. I don't know what else to say. It's just a lot running through my head. It's just what it is. So that's it. And that's my take. And take care of yourselves. Peace. God bless.